Hey, crypto family. So, the first article we're going to talk about today is regarding Bitcoin miners and how there's only two right now that are profitable in the current market. So, as you know, Bitcoin's been decreasing in price for quite a while now, and it's down to $3,333. And as you know, most of the miners had profit at around $5,000 to $6,000. That's kind of where the break even was. But now, actually, only the miners that were released this past October are now profitable. So it says here, amid the cryptocurrency market crash, even the newest crypto mining machines are struggling to seal profits for their operators, according to real-time data published by mining profitability data site asicsminervalue.com. Now, this is a good site to get if you've never seen it before, and I'll show you when you open the site, it brings up all these miners right here and exactly what algorithm they're mining. And as you can see, the Bitcoin algorithm is SHA-256. So you have to scroll down here until you see SHA-256. And the first one here is eBang EBIT E11, which was released October of 2018. And you can see it's profiting 80 cents a day. And then scroll down some more and you'll see the Nano 44 terahash, which is 43 cents a day. And actually, even this one here, which was released, still hasn't technically been released yet, January 2019. But this one is also profiting 27 cents a day. So it looks like we actually have three right now that are profitable. But at the time of this article, only two were profitable. So as you scroll down to the older miners, specifically ones that were came out in February of last year, you can see those are losing $1.26 a day. So it's very hard to become profitable right now if you are a miner, especially as Bitcoin continues to fall and just prolonged period of these low prices. So it says, as reported just this week, mining manufacturing giant Bitmain has announced it will be closing its development center in Israel and firing local employees, with local reports attributing the decision to the current situation and shakeup of the global crypto market. So Bitmain is, the biggest operator of miners and distributing miners, and for them to close down, then it's bad because they have the cheapest prices. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at, if people are even making a profit, is the biggest mining manufacturer is having to close down a lot of its shop. And then it says here, this October, even ahead of the recent market slump, a report from crypto outlet Dyer indicated that crypto mining is gradually becoming profitable only for, quote, the big guns, whose pockets are deep enough to subsidize burgeoning electricity costs. And then it also says here, a Cointelegraph in-depth report published this November analyzed the impact of the protracted crypto bear market on the mining landscape, including its impact on global sales of graphics processing units. So you remember there was that huge surge in GPUs and the prices just skyrocketed because a lot of people were buying them for mining. But you can imagine now those sales are starting to diminish as the profitability is no longer there. So basically, people who have them aren't even making money compared to the electricity costs that it takes to use the miner. So again, always got to look at that cost-benefit ratio, and always got to be ready for these downturns if you do have a miner and if you are making a profit on it, and just looking at the future long-term if it's worth it or not. Now, the next article we're going to go over is about Mike Novogratz. So Mike Novogratz, he's always been in the news this year and last year. And, he was opening up his hedge fund last year, but then he closed it at the last minute. He was predicting that Bitcoin would be the lowest, 6,200 would be the lowest it would go. But we've seen that it's gotten a lot lower than that. And he's kind of, faced the music now. And he had an interview with Bloomberg on December 11th today. And it says, Mike Novogratz compared current cryptocurrency market performance to a methadone clinic in an interview with Bloomberg on December 11th. And then he answered how coming from Wall Street made him different from most of the cryptocurrency community. And he says he believes in the underlying technology, but when prices get stupid, he sells. So you can imagine that he's already sold a lot of his holdings. And, it's not easy, especially when you have an investment firm. He has a company called Galaxy Digital, and it's actually lost over $146 million. So again, that's not easy. And when he was asking about his prediction of holding at 6,200, he said, but then Bitcoin Cash decided to fork again. The idea that the contentious Bitcoin Cash hard fork has been a major factor that instigated the current sell-off is widespread among analysts. So a lot of people are, attributing this downturn to the Bitcoin Cash hard fork and just a lot of those miners mining Bitcoin to now mining Bitcoin Cash and just the whole fiasco that created. And then it also says, quote, at the same time as the Bitcoin Cash hard fork, the SEC came out and sanctioned a few ICOs and said, oh, by the way, your investors can sue for damages. That scared the heck out of a lot of people. So basically, those ICOs sold a lot of their Ether onto the market. That's why you see Ethereum just, plummeting right now compared to other cryptocurrencies. And again, and then they asked him if he thinks that ICOs are still going to be, a factor in the future. And he says that ICOs that offer securities are going to be the next big player versus, ICOs that weren't security tokens. So those are going to be the ones that just have like dividend yields of 14%, the more stable security tokens, and the, comply with the regulations with the SEC. So even though he believes, there's a lot of negativity and a lot of money that his company has lost, he does think there'll be a flip next year. But again, a lot of these millionaires, you can't believe them what they say because most of the time they are wrong. So I don't think, we're going to have a huge bull run next year. I think maybe towards the end of next year, that's when we may see all-time highs again. But again, I think, we'll have some sideways movement for the next couple of months. And then from there, we'll have to see what happens. So, and then with that, just quick overview of the market. Again, Bitcoin not doing too good, down 2% to $3,415. Ripple staying pretty stable around 30 cents. You have Ethereum down 2.8% to $88. You have Stellar down 4% to 11.2 cents. And then Tether, I just had $1. And looking at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour chart, so you can see that $3,600 level is acting as pretty high support, or pretty high resistance, sorry. And then that coincides with this 50-day moving average acting as resistance as well around 3,600. Now, the RSI has been oversold for some time, but again, it seems like it's staying around this 30 to 40 level for the past couple of days. And we'll just have to see if it can, shoot to the upside again and potentially break this 3,600 resistance and continue to that 4,000 resistance. So these are two levels I'm looking out for. And then as far as maintaining support, right now, that 3,200 level is where I think we need to hold, because that was the level that we hit on December 7th, and it held exactly at 3,200. So I think 3,200 is the support we need to hold. And then finally 3,000. If we don't hold 3,000, then I see Bitcoin going much, much lower. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on that and see where we go from there. But if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if you can, and please subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.